but they got it. 1 for 1 on 4th down here early in the game.
Now Newton on 1st down. Open man is Asiasi, the tight end. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
On the pickup, it's 2nd and inches at the 43-yard line.
On the handoff, it's Michel. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. They try to run on 1st down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 42-yard line.
On 2nd down now, it's White. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it. Here's Michel. And he's got this down to the 35. That one good for 13 and a New England 1st down. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs. It gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
He was looking for his tight end, Devin Asiasi there, but it'll be 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Off play action, Newton. Flushed out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To throw is Newton. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10, right at the 30. A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
6-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
Now he's flushed out left. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, not much there that time. And I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
On second down, it's White, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
He's crashing. He's
That's the end of the first quarter with no score.
Now Newton. Got his man, that's Harry. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
14-yard line.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. On the give, it's White. And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
James White, the ball.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
12-yard line.
On 2nd and 7, Newton. He'll find his tight end here, Asiasi. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. A 12-yard touchdown grab as his guys are on the board first here tonight.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Folk, and it's now a 7-0 game. Kick it away after the touchdown. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Well, CD, we are 3 weeks into the NFL season, so curious to get maybe your biggest surprise so far. Would it be the Bears at 3-0?
Yeah, I think that's a great candidate for that big surprise team. I think you're right about that, partner, because, look, Green Bay, are we overly shocked? Seattle, overly shocked? No and no. Buffalo, I thought they'd be the AFC East front runners anyway. Pittsburgh, they got Big Ben back, and they got that great defense. But Chicago, So inconsistent on offense, especially in 2 of the first 3 games of the season. Nick Foles took over in their big win in Atlanta, and he'll probably carry them the rest of the way.
Has 7 remaining unbeatens in the NFL after 3 weeks of the regular season. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, it's Breeze. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
First down, New Orleans.
Breeze now on first down. His throw incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
Well, Charles, a little bit ago we talked about the 3-0 teams. How about we flip the script to look at the 0-3 teams? There are 6 of them. The Jets, Texans, Broncos, the Giants, the Vikings, and the Falcons. And then 2 others, by the way, Bengals and Eagles, winless at 0-2-1 after their tie. But I'm curious, any of those, do you think that they still have a chance of playing football in January?
Well, the short answer.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Newton now to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Edelman, the intended receiver that time, and that'll bring up second down.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Now Michel. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Newton on first down. Throw caught here by Bird. And down inside the 15 he goes. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
It's another Patriots first down. First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Michel. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. 10 more there and another first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for first and goal.
Now a toss play. This is White. Now White lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. And he's into the end zone. A fumble return and a Saint touchdown. How about that for a momentum swing? You had it goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown.
And now you have to give oxygen to the entire team because what a letdown that was. Terrific drive. Looked like you're going to get points. Instead, the other team registers them on the scoreboard.
Lutz good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7.
Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And they'll be looking to start fresh. Just a moment ago, they were backed up, coughed up the football, and then saw it go the other way for 6 points.
I just wonder, partner, sometimes they put such an emphasis on things. And, you know, in that situation, as they ran out there, they were told, take care of the football, don't cough it up. And sometimes it's the last thing you hear, and that's exactly what you do.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And he'll be out of bounds after his short pickup, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. That's to his running back, Sony Michel.
Complete.
No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a third down. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Throwing is Newton. To Michel on the screen. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that's going to make it fourth down.
47's the mic, boy. 47. Check.
They will go for it. Now Newton. And it is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. And partner, I'm not really sure what in the world they were thinking on fourth and long there at this stage in the game, but you think social media may be firing up a little bit right now?
Oh, the coach is trending right now. All right, there's no doubt about it. People are wondering what that decision was. But it takes me back to a number of years ago. A very successful coach in the league had told himself before a playoff game he was going to be aggressive. No matter what, he's going to be aggressive. And it ran his team into some real problems early, and they got upset in that playoff game. Let's see if this team can recover.
Well, that's aggressive in capital letters with glitter, 7 underscores. I mean, that's the definition of aggressive.
Yeah, you can almost hear the cheerleaders doing the be aggressive chant behind him, and he listened to it.
On second down, Kamara. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
And Breeze is intercepted for the 3rd time. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it.
And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. A new life now following the late turnover. Maybe a chance for points here before the break.
Yeah, pretty nice situation they find themselves in, because there really may be one.
And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
By the Saints. They'll take over first and 10 at their own 30.
Just 11 seconds to go in the half as they have it first and 10. So after the INT, it's Breeze. Eluding the pressure right. And he will find a man here as Thomas comes open. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Their own 24-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. And brought in by the tight end, Cook. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. Throwing again on second down. Breeze. That'll be complete to Cook. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Complete to Jared Cook. A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
On play action. Now Breeze. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. And he finds Cook.
Breeze.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 21 yards there. A big play on fourth down.
Saints.
Breeze here finding Kamara. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
16 yards.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Brings up
throwing on 2nd and 8. Breeze. And his throw here's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
This drive starts out on the ground with Michel. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup.
A play fake to Michel. Now Newton rolling to his right. And that'll be caught by the tight end, Keene. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 28 yards there and give him the first down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs, even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
Demario Davis there on the stop.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 30-yard line.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Newton. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, That does him no good to go back and say, well, you know what?
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. John Simon that time coming through to make the play. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Back now in Foxborough. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. Flush to his right. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long. Newton to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. They snap it to Newton. Buying time to his left. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, only thing larger than his name is wingspan as he knocks that one away. So now I need an explanation for that one, Charles. You're tied, 4th quarter, deep in your own territory. What was going on in their mind?
I can't even begin to imagine. I understand being aggressive. You know, how many times have you looked at me and said, are you crazy? Why would you say go for it there? I wouldn't in this situation. I'm not sure what he was thinking other than maybe he doesn't believe in his defense at all anymore, that he just says, I've got to go for it in this situation. But his meeting, the head coach's meeting with the GM and the owner, that's going to be an interesting one because he's going to have to offer an explanation for this one. And how about the defense? They had to look across the field and go, that's the ultimate disrespect, isn't it?
Yep. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 9-yard line.
Now Breeze. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. He's at the 50, the 30, past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Patriots. In a tie game, 4th quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this carries into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And can they regroup? That's the question. The pick 6 hurt, no doubt, but this is still a one-score game here in the 4th. Now, pass complete here to Sanders, and he'll be out right at the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. It's caught on the right side, it's Smith. 7 yards, the pick up there.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
First down, Saints.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now Breeze again. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
45-yard line.
Now Breeze finding Kamara. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
Breeze.
Give him 6 on the play, and it's a 2nd down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
The 19-yard line.
Cook's got it. Touchdown, Saints.
Complete to Jared Cook.
Jared Cook there to make the grab. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter.
Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. Oh, look at the juke. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll start the drive with a give to White. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Check 26, check 26. Watch safety creep, watch safety creeping. Safety's 20.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Michel. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
The ball carrier.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Gun.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And they're facing a big 3rd down now in this tie ball game. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
No gain on the play. It's 4th down.
And they're going to go for this. Just 1 for 3 so far on 4th down tries. They're trying again. They're running it. It's Michel. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. Sony Michel won't get there. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And able to work his way down to the 16. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
16-yard line.
3 yards remain for 2nd down.
They run it again with Kamara, and this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Again, it's Kamara. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking with those big behemoths starting to create space for you up front.
And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
Well, any thoughts about overtime have ended at this juncture. That touchdown puts them up 6. I would imagine they'll kick the extra point now and rely on their defense.
Yeah, rely on their defense. So a little bit of time left on the clock here in the 4th, but they got to feel good now.
Patriots.
Lutz with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14.
Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. And once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Off play action. Newton. They'll roll him out right. He's got a man complete. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Newton to throw. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Cameron Jordan, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.